So the last few years have brought to our attention the big bonuses on Wall Street, and not just on Wall Street, across the world. And there's an ideology behind it. An ideology is that you want people to really perform very well, so you'll pay them a lot of money. And there's lots of theories and a lot of reasons to do it. And like most things in my research, I decided to take a step back and just ask the basic question: does this really work? So I went and in the first experiment, we had 3 groups of people. The first group, we said, hey, here are 6 tasks that require creativity and thoughtfulness and concentration and memory. If you do well on those 6 tasks, you will get 1 day of salary as a bonus. If you do half of them well, you get half a day, a third, nothing, you get nothing. So this was the 1-day bonus condition. The second group got the same task, but for them we said the bonus will be 2 weeks of salary. Much more exciting. The third group, we said that their bonus will be 5 months of salary. And just so you realize, we ran this experiment in India when we could pay people 5 months salary. So what would happen? What would happen to performance, to the level of ability and performance for the 1-day salary, 1-day bonus, 2-week bonus, 5 months bonus? When we ask people to predict what will happen with the experiment, people think that more money would yield better results. But what actually happened was that there was no difference between the 1-day bonus and the 2 weeks bonus. Performance was just the same. But for the 5 months bonus, performance went down dramatically. Now this sounds strange, right? How can performance go down? The reality is that money is a two-edged sword. It has 2 opposite effects. On one hand, it's a motivator. On the other hand, it's a stressor. So imagine I told you that if you'll be really funny, the next hour you'll tell me the most funny joke I've ever heard, I will pay you 100,000 euros. How much of your next hour will you spend actually being able to be funny, and how much of it will you just be trying to relax yourself and calm yourself and not think about money? There's another wrinkle to this. If we give people very, very simple tasks, for example, imagine I asked you to jump, and I gave you a huge bonus for jumping more in the next 24 hours. With mechanical simple task, more bonus would yield higher results. There's no question. The problem is that the tasks that we really care about, concentration, creativity, memory, problem solving, all of those things are not the same as simple mechanical tasks. And for those things, really high bonus creates deterioration of performance. So as shareholders in all of those companies, because these people who are getting these high bonuses are not paying themselves from their own money, they're paying themselves from our money. We are the shareholders of most of those companies. Now that the government owns most of the banks, we're even more shareholders than we used to do before. And we should ask ourselves whether this is really an efficient way to pay people. I think the answer right now looks like it's not the right way, and we should think about how to test it further and how to revise it.